Welcome back to another video. Now in this video I'll replying to this message up here. All right, and now I'm not making this video on the note that I'm a pro player, because I know there are some kids in the comment section who like throwing jabs for fun. All right, so now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's dive in. So about sensitivity, right? For me, the first thing I feel you should understand is understanding every role of the sensitivity that you're going to tweak. Do you understand? Now if I go into my sensitivity, now you need to understand every role. If you're going to be tweaking this, you understand what it's going to do for you in the game. Do you understand? So, because for me, if you understand this, it will help you to adjust the sensitivity that is going to work for you in terms of like your personality. Because for me, I believe that sensitivity is your personality. Because there are some people like fast playing games, fast paced games. There are some people like slow paced games. There are some people like medium paced games. So you need to understand where do you fit in this kind of gameplays. And you can only understand this once you keep playing the game. Once you keep playing the game, once you keep dying in the game and all that, you start understanding the things that you need to change in your sensitivity. Sometimes you might understand it, but if you don't know what and what is working for this, you'll still be lost. So first thing first, let's talk about the global sensitivity. Now, this global sensitivity, just like the name says, global, is the overall sensitivity in the game. That means this overall sensitivity, if I adjust it, everything that I'm going to be doing, whether it's swiping, whether anything, is going to work for it. So for me, based on the fact that I don't want everything to work the same way, in terms of like, I don't want everything to be fast and I don't want some things to be slow. So I leave that at 102. So it's best for me, right? And this touch MDV, you just leave it at 1 because I don't know how to explain that for now. But to my understanding, it depends on how, like when you are trying to, when you're firing and the way it shakes when you fire. That's about this touch MDV. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comment section. And what next? Then we go to overall vertical sensitivity. That means the sensitivity that I'll be swiping up, down, up, down. Do you understand? I don't want, based on the fact that I'm using a slanted phone, I wouldn't want to increase it. I'm okay with 103. Now, the overall horizontal sensitivity is the main key for me, which is the swipe left and right. Do you understand? So it depends how fast do I want it, how fast do I want the swipe to be, or how slow do you want it fast to be. For me, I want it to be fast because, like I said, I started with 100, everything was 100 auto, and I was very slow in my games. Like when I want to make a turn, it's very slow and all that. So for now, it's very fast. If I'm swiping like this, it's fast for me. I'm okay with this. All right, then we go into, I don't want this video to be long, so instead maybe I would have been tweaking the sensitivity and be showing you examples on the videos, but I don't want the video to be that long, so just a quick one. Then the firing sensitivity. Now this is the overall firing sensitivity, and I reduce it to 97 because this means that once I'm firing, right, let me change the gun. So once I'm firing the swipe, you can see the swipe here is different from now that I'm not firing. You can see that the swipe is more, but when I start firing, the swipe is not much. So that's what that means, your firing sensitivity. So I reduce mine to 97. And I think that's all for the global sensitivity. Now, when we come back down to the camera sensitivity, this is another place where you need to tweak. Now, the camera is when you're not scoping, right? When you're just like this and you're turning, moving, turning, do you understand? So it was on 100 before, right? And I moved it to 15. Now, mind you, why did I leave it at 15? And I left this at 102 because, like I said, I don't want everything to move the same way. So the camera, I want my camera when I'm turning to be sharp. Do you understand? That means when I'm like this, if I put my hand from here and I turn like this, I can turn to the back, and if I move it to the front, you can see I can turn back to the front. That means if I'm running, I can jump and turn. I can jump and turn. I can jump and, do you understand? Jump, turn, shoot. Just like that. So that's what that means. So tweak it the way you know that it's going to fit your gameplay. All right. So for me, I'm leaving mine at 115. Right. So the ion scope is at 90. The ion scope is at 90. That is maybe when I'm zooming. zoom in without any scope. Do you understand? Zoom in now there's a scope here. I wouldn't want to remove it, but that's what it means. Zoom in when there's no scope on it. So if I'm wrong, like I said, I might be wrong with some things. When I'm wrong, correct me instead of throwing jabs in the comment section. Don't be a kid. Come on. Then from there, I start tweaking every other sensitivity, 2x, 80, 3x, 75. I start reducing it to what I want. Now, if you look at this 8x is on 52. Now, 8x is this sniper right here. So now, when I'm sniping, right, I don't want it to be too fast. That's why I reduce it down to 52. Because if you're sniping a very far distance. And if it's too fast, you might be going too fast when you're trying to swipe it. And mind you, my swipe is already high. So I have to reduce every other thing to not to be too fast so that they can match with my swiping. Do you understand? So that's what. So that's for that. And I think the rest is just easy to understand. The same is just these are all just the settings for the rest. So just tweak it. You can use this one and test it for yourself and see if it's going to work for you. Then on my firing sensitivity, now you can see that the rotational sensitivity is on 100, while the rotational sensitivity on this one is on 15. Why do I leave this one on 100? It's because it's a firing sensitivity. I don't want when I'm firing, right? I don't want it to be all over the place. I just want it to be like when I'm firing, I don't want it to be too fast. That's why I left mine at 100. So you can increase yours if you know that this is not enough for you, like this when you're firing like this, all right? So you can increase yours. So I left mine at 100 and the rest the same with this. The rest I put it the same with this. Just the firing that I left at 100. I might even reduce it if it's too fast for me. Just understand. Or if I want it to be, if it's too slow, I can increase it. Do you understand? And I think that's all about it. For now, I'm not using gyro for now. My gyro is off for now, as you can see right here. I actually don't use it. Why I don't use it? Because I don't do my phone like this when I'm playing. Most people when they play, you know, they use the gyro to. But me, my phone is always stagnant like this when I'm playing. So that's why I don't use it. I would love to learn it as time goes on, but for right now, is what it is. So I want to believe that this has helped you to understand every part of the sensitivity that you can tweak that can help you in your gameplay. So if this helps you, give it a thumbs and like. Also share for anybody that wants to learn. And thank you for watching. Peace.